it's about time I built a stand for my chop saw. I've been using it primarily while it's on the floor, and that's just cumbersome, and sometimes dangerous. What I have here is an old bed frame, or in today's application, some cheap angle iron. And this is particularly cheap if someone happens to be getting rid of it. It could be had for a couple of bucks, or sometimes for free. This particular one has 4 pieces of steel which would be perfect for the leg, and some longer ones which I can use to box out the top. Plus it has some casters which I'll probably be able to make use of as well. But to get started, first I'm going to have to remove the rivets and separate the pieces. I'm just using a good quality high-speed steel drill bit to drill them out. Once I drill through the top of the material, a punch and a hammer will pop the rest out. And here's what I was able to salvage out of it. Oh, about 20.5 by 13. Because I didn't miter the corners, in order to weld this flush, I'm going to have to notch out the part of the sides that overlap the front. So there are a couple of different ways to cut the corner off of that steel, but none more fun than a plasma torch. Plus, I get to use my new welding cart, which was both fun and frustrating to build. I made a video about it if you want to watch it at some point. Yeah, screwed that up. That is way too short. Let's see how everything fits together. Oh, crap. I cut the wrong piece off. I meant to... So you can see here what I did. I'm gonna have to put a filler in. I welded my square to it. I have a digital angle gauge. What I'll do is zero it out on the top. Then when I put it on the side of the leg, it'll tell me the angle relative to the top. If the angles are close enough, I'll be able to tack weld it in. We're at 86 degrees here, and 86 here. We're at 88 and 84. I'm going to try to shift this over a little bit. Okay, looks good. So before I thought to do it this way, I tried a couple different other ways, actually. 3 different other ways, and none of them really worked out very well. Here I was trying to level the top and then level the legs to adjust for a crooked floor, and then just get all the spacing the same, but no matter what I did, it just couldn't get it to stay in place. So when I couldn't get the legs to stay, I tried just propping them up against some other wood, but that didn't work. The best method I came up with was that nail and that string. So I have the leg braces for the sides cut and clamped into position. Now it's time to tack weld them in. I'm just marking the side rails that have to be notched. And I have to clean up the welding joints a little bit. Everything fits. The mounting holes in the chop saw land right around here, so I'll have to put in a little piece of steel to catch them. To mark the right angles to the ground, I put these pieces of wood here. The rear leg will be cut a little bit higher because I'll be using these casters. Now I'm just degreasing everything and prepping it for paint. Shake for 1 minute after you hear the ball rattle. The nice thing about the hammer finish is that if you get a drip, you can just dab it with your finger and it'll blend right in. So I bolted the chop saw to the stand and came out pretty good, I think. If I just lift up a little bit on the front, I can use the rear casters to slide it around. And it's still pretty sturdy. There's very little wobble. It's a pretty rigid stand. Thanks for watching.